Hey, good morning, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. It's already 61 degrees here in Ellijay, Georgia. And Josh, let's start out with showing everybody how they can contact the show and get involved. Excuse me, Marco Rubio moment. I should have got that done just a couple minutes before I went on the air. But there's our phone number, email address, and the social media ways you can follow us. Now, I will get into it a little later on the show. I don't want to come and do a report right now on this because I'm doing some research. I have a flash drive coming with documents, and I'm doing some research to make sure that I've got my head all the way around this, not just anytime the Atlanta media goes after something and they do something in a big way, I take an extra minute to think about it and see what their agenda is. I'll say it like that. And who's behind it and what's moving the story. And that would be the story with Georgia House Speaker David Rosenstein and the press conference yesterday held down there under the Gold Dome by House member David Clark. And he is the one that introduced the resolution to ask Speaker Rosenstein to resign. And a former FBI agent, special agent, Derek Somerville. I had a long conversation yesterday afternoon. When I say long, it was long enough. We got to know each other a little bit. I have a, excuse me, I had a pretty good conversation yesterday with Mr. Derek Somerville, and we're working out the details now. And he's looking at his schedule, and we have a tentative. We haven't confirmed. You'll know tomorrow or on social media this weekend. But he is tentatively going to be in studio Monday at 9 o'clock, and we're going to do an hour on the subject. So there you go. I'm not avoiding it for those that think I am. All right, but I'm making sure I got everything together. Again, the Atlanta media is running this, and I got to think about it just a minute when the AJC is running with this real hard. So sorry, I'm a little parched this morning. We should have got a 6-pack of beer. I'm serious. We should have got a case. I mean, this should have been the day. Now, folks, I do not drink. Okay, I do not drink. I do not partake of adult beverages, as Rush would say. And, but today would have been the day to start. I'm serious. We should have got a case this morning, started at 8 a.m. And we should have just turned on, MSNBC and CNN and sit back and watch the freak out. I mean, just watch it and pop a beer open and watch them go nuts. Every time they put up, oh, did that mess up the mic? Every time they put up scrub, the Mueller Report scrubbed edition will be out today. It's like, to them, it's like the teacher, the college teacher that released the book assignments, and you got to run to the bookstore. And you want to get the one that was there last year that has all the notes in it. That's the one you want. You want the used Mueller Report that has the notes and the background information on it. I'm just saying. I mean, today would have been the day. You may ask, okay, I get up at 4 a.m. in the morning, and you may ask me, why the hell do you get up at 4 a.m. in the morning? Because I want to keep up with the enemy. I always want to check what CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, I want to see what they're all doing, what direction they're headed in on that particular day. This morning, I know you're going to say nothing could be that funny at 4 a.m. Let me tell you something. It was actually laugh out loud funny to watch CNN's morning reporters. Now, I don't watch Allison Camerata at 6 or 7 when she comes on. I don't watch that. I mean, that's like Dr. Phil coming on at 6. But anyhow, I don't watch that. But I watched a Christine Roma, is that her name, at 4 a.m. And then the 5 a.m. early look or first look on Morning Joe. I watched that, and then I watched Fox. But anyhow, it was hilarious. It was a laugh out loud. And then when I got to Morning Joe at 6 a.m., I mean, they are freaking out. They don't know what to do. Absolutely don't know what to do. Let's start with the bullfrog, okay? Now, we're going to get to the making of a candidate. We're going to get to it. I promise. Put up number 9 there. Oh, you can put up number 11. All right. Breaking news. Mayor Pete's gay. You heard it here first. Second, third, 98th, whatever. MSNBC Morning Joe and Mika, they got Mayor Pete on there again this morning. I mean, they're normalizing this guy. Now, I know I just got in trouble because you're saying, but you mean gay is not normal? Whoa, whoa, whoa. They are assimilating. He's assimilating. That's what they're doing. Why the hell would the illegals coming in and wanting to be citizens and assimilating to us as speaking English? Joe and Minka are assimilating this guy. The media is making him right in there. I mean, if you are a Southern Baptist this morning and you get up on Sunday and you put a coat and tie on and mom puts a dress on and you make sure Junior have their little coats and clip-on ties and little Molly has her cute little dress and you go off to church and you go to Sunday school and then you sit in church, you know, and why, when they get done, you'll invite Mayor Pete and his husband when they get done. Just saying, the making of a candidate. Let me get my ass off there. Hey, by the way, Carla will not be here today. It is holiday weekend. I know it's tomorrow's Good Friday, but Carla's out of town, so Carla's Corner won't be on today. And Candace, because of the holiday weekend, will not be, her show will not be airing today also. So it's just me, baby. That's it. What else do you need? Now listen, at 9:30 we're going to go live, so you don't have to go anywhere. We're going to go live right here on FYNTV.com. We are going to carry live right here the Robert Mueller Attorney General redacted version press conference Mueller Report. How many more things can you say? Nadler, the bullfrog, they're going nuts. They're going nuts. Let's play that video. Gerard Nadler. They're going nuts. The Dems are coming off the rails this morning.
Good evening. I'm Congressman Jerry Nadler. I'm chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. With me are 4 members of the committee, Madeline Dean of Pennsylvania, Ted Deutsch of Florida, Val Demings of Florida, and Hakeem Jeffries of New York, who is also the chairman of the Democratic Caucus. The Attorney General appears to be waging a media campaign on behalf of President Trump, the very subject of the investigation at the heart of the Mueller Report. Rather than letting the facts of the report speak for themselves, the Attorney General has taken unprecedented steps to spin Mueller's nearly 2-year investigation. 1, he summarized the report and cherry-picked findings in his March 24th letter to Congress. 2, he withheld summaries written by the special counsel that were intended for public consumption. 3, he has briefed the White House on the report before providing Congress a copy, which has helped them prepare a rebuttal response for the President. And now, the evening before the report's scheduled release, the Department of Justice has informed the committee that it will receive a copy between 11 a.m. and noon, well after the Attorney General's 9:30 a.m. press conference. This is wrong. It is contrary to the Attorney General's own words to the committee. Quote, I do not believe it would be in the public's interest for me to attempt to summarize the full report or to release it in serial or piecemeal fashion. Close quote. It now appears the Attorney General intends to once again put his own spin on the investigative work completed by the special counsel and his team. The fact that the Attorney General is not releasing even the redacted report to Congress until after his press conference will again result in the report being presented through his own words rather than through the words of Special Counsel Mueller. The central concern here is that the Attorney General Barr is not allowing the facts of the Mueller report to speak for themselves, but is trying to bake in the narrative about the report to the benefit of the White House. And of course, he's doing this just before the holiday weekend, so it's extraordinarily difficult for anybody to react. This is wrong. It is not the proper role of the Attorney General. I should add one other thing. The Department of Justice, in a court filing in the Roger Stone case today, said that some members of Congress may get access to some of the redacted information only for use in secret. The Judiciary Committee has no knowledge of this, and this should not be read as any agreement or knowledge or assent on our part. Thank you very much. We'll take a couple of questions. That's right.
I have a question. Are you satisfied with the DOJ saying that there will be two versions, one with fewer redactions for a limited number of members of Congress?
We are certainly not satisfied with that. We've repeatedly said what is demanded by the situation, and that is that the Judiciary Committee be given the entire report and the underlying evidence so that we can make those judgments for ourselves. And the Judiciary Committee can, as has been the case in prior situations, decide which limited portions of the report might have to be kept secret so as not to reveal sources and methods of intelligence or for some other legitimate reason. But that's a decision for the committee to make, not for the Attorney General or the administration. Yes.
We'll take one more question.
Congressman, when do you plan to issue subpoenas for Mueller or anyone else for that matter?
Well, we'll have to take the time over the next couple of days to carefully read the redacted report so that we don't find out that, in fact, there's very little left out. But on the assumption that it's heavily redacted, we will most certainly issue the subpoenas in very short order.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Mueller to testify?
I'll answer that. I assume we'll probably find it useful to ask Mueller to testify, and I assume we may ask members of his team to testify. But we'll have to make those decisions after reading what we get, as inadequate as that may be.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
All right, folks, I thought it would be best to completely listen to the bullfrog. That's Bullfrog Jerry Nadler. You ever get the feeling the glue has come loose on that eyebrow? I mean, he's got that one eyebrow, and it's like, dude, you need to glue that thing back on. I mean, it's like the glue came loose, just saying, okay? Attorney General. Now, Attorney General, facts speak for themselves. Now, let me tell you what's happening today at 9:30. The Attorney General is going to come out at 9:30. That is William Barr and Rod Rosenstein, and they are going to, all right, first of all, let me just say this. They are freaking out. How can reporters ask a question? How will we know what to even ask? How? Look, Barr is going to explain it's not spin. He's not going to let the Democrats get a hold of this. He's not going to let the deep state media get a hold of this. He's going to own this, and I agree 100%. Rosenstein and Barr are going to come out. They're going to own it. They're going to answer questions. They're going to explain to the journalist in the room, or the ones that are playing journalists on TV, he's going to explain to the journalist how to read the report. Now, if that angers you, that angers you. But he's going to explain how to read the report. He's going to explain to the American people how to read the report. He's going to explain to the American people what was redacted. Why? You see, this is the Trump way. And they can't take it. They cannot handle it. In the Donald Trump administration, They go to you, the people, first. And they feel so elite, okay? They feel so elite. Give me, let's see, give me number 8, okay? Let's go through. They feel so elite. Let me explain this in a minute. Look at CNN, 4 a.m. this morning. Here comes the blank Mueller report, the redacted, okay? Give me number 12. We're just going to run through these. I just want to show you because we won't take the time. But if you look at the timestamp, I mean, redacted Mueller report. Some Trump aides regret cooperating with Mueller. They regret it. How do they know this? Democrats expected to issue subpoenas for full special counsel report as early as today. Now, this guy right here, I forget his name, but look at that. Democrats ready to issue a subpoena for full. Nadler ready to fight for grand jury information. Ready. I mean, oh my God, this was laughable, okay? So number 13, okay? Mueller report to be released around 11 a.m. Bob Barr, Robert Barr, Attorney General William Barr, whatever the hell his name is. The Attorney General, yeah, you guys rush back to your office. That's what I want you to do. You guys run to your office somewhere between 11 and 12. Watch for your email. Or watch for the courier to deliver a disc. Just sit there. Have a cup of coffee. Don't get all stressed out. You listen to me at 9:30 talk to the American people. And then you guys and ladies and Omar and Muslims and whatever you are, okay? You guys run to the office, you ladies and gents, and you sit there between 11 and 12. I'll send the disc right over. Really? Redacted Mueller report. Barr speaks at 9:30, report to Congress at 11. Now, what was through the roof with humor is these people are on there, and if you see it says 1:03 a.m., so it's 4:03 in the morning on CNN, and these people are on. Let me tell you what will happen today. Now, Attorney General Barr and Rod Rosenstein will come out to the podium at 9:30. At that time, they will take questions concerning the release later in the day from journalists in the room. Then, approximately 11 o'clock, a disc will be delivered. I mean, this is news. I'm listening to this. This was laugh your ass off at 4. I know. Look at number 14. Give me 14. Barr speaks at 9:30. Okay? AG Barr to hold news conference at 9:30. Hell, you say. About 90 minutes before Mueller report released to Congress or public. I mean, we will have to sit here for 90 minutes after he talks to the American people, just wondering what this guy is up to. All right, give me number 15. We're going to go over it in a minute. I just want to show you. This is why I'm showing you. It was laughable. There's number 15 at 1:02 this morning. There's Rosenstein and Barr. You remember when it was, let's see, what was it, just 3 weeks ago we had to, let's say 2 months ago, we wanted to pass something. I mean, we were worried about Rosenstein. Remember when Democrats liked that guy? You remember that? There was a day when Democrats loved Rosenstein. All right? So, they're all up in arms. This one here, number 16. Redacted Mueller report comes out today. White House source. Trump not worried, praising Attorney General Barr. Here's the statement Trump made on the Larry O'Connor show yesterday. You'll see a lot of very strong things come out tomorrow. Very strong things. Attorney General Barr is going to be giving a press conference. Maybe I'll do one after that. Well, we'll see. But he's done. He's been a fantastic Attorney General. He grabbed it by the horn. Grabbed that baby by the horn. He said, I'm in charge, right? Now, they are freaking out because President Trump announced the press conference. All right? Number 18, MSNBC. 4 a.m. Central Time, 4:01 Central Time, okay? And that means 5 o'clock this morning, right out of the box. Unless DOJ releases the report between now, that's yesterday, and 6 a.m., journalists will not have time to digest what is in the report before attending the press conference and asking questions about what is in the report. I mean, if we don't know what's in the report, how can we ask questions? You're not. You can ask all the questions you want. What he's going to explain today are the redactions. And don't forget, he's going to tell the American people the redactions will have a summary or an explanation. And the media is going to hear that and they can ask the questions. But when he leaves today, he is going to give clear instruction to Congress, the elite Congress that thinks they are so great, really, and the journalists. How can you tell the people in Iowa before you tell me, damn it? I'm with the Washington Post. Do you not see my badge? I'm with the New York Times. Who the hell cares about Kansas? They're freaking out. It's so fun to watch. Let me get this, number 19. Attorney General Barr to brief reporters on redacted Mueller report. Now, the reason I took this picture, if you can see in the corner, it's 5 a.m. And I forget this lady's name, and she can't take it on MSNBC. What is her name? Vesugio or whatever, Susudio. I don't know what the hell her name is. She can't take it. It's messing her up. This woman is so liberal. Forget on MSNBC. See, you guys watch the night stuff. I mean, I know that Rachel Maddow, you know, is a couple things. Liberal, progressive, lesbian, all the above. I know that, okay? So, you know, I know that Don Lemon is a couple things. Well, I don't know. I know he's gay. And he just got engaged. Good for you, Don, over on CNN. And we know who those people are at night. But the ones you miss are the ones that are supposed to be bringing you the teleprompter. Okay? These people in the morning, Christine Roma, whatever this lady's name is, they're supposed to be reading the prompter. You should see these people in the morning. They are freaking out. I mean, it's so easy to see, okay? Let me give you a couple more, and we will stop. Number 25, top House Democrats. Let the full report speak for itself. Number 26, keep your mouth shut. Dems erupt over Barr's Mueller Report rollout. They're erupting. Give me number 27, MSNBC this morning. Hours away, Department of Justice to release scrubbed Mueller Report. Let's drink on the word scrubbed. And here's one, and then we'll stop, okay? 28, White House and Justice Department officials discussed Mueller's report before release. All right, so let's take a couple things. All right, at 9:30, the Trump White House, the Trump administration way is to talk to the American people. Now, they make fun of the President of the United States because he controls the media. And the media cannot run out in front of the president. They can't. Now, they make things up. They make fun of the president, but they can't run out in front of this president of the United States. He controls the story, and he's excellent at controlling the story, and he talks to the American people, all right? And he says what he wants to say, and they can't take it, all right? So what is happening here is the Attorney General and the Assistant Attorney General, is he still Assistant Attorney General Rod Rosenstein? They're going to come out and do a 9:30 press conference, and they're going to talk to the American people. And as I just said, they can't take it. Why do you not realize? You remember the last rally Trump said? He said, "You're the elite." He said to his supporters, "You are the elite." And he went into how elite these people think they are, how special. I mean, Minka Brzezinski and Joe, they're headed off to the Hamptons or up in northern Connecticut. And by the way, I want to know who's counting Joe's days. Because seriously, Joe Scarborough is taking advantage of the Florida great tax advantages there in Florida. Just like Bernie Sanders, they love it. The liberals love taking advantage of a good tax deal. It's like, how the hell am I getting off here? But it's worthy, okay? Hollywood loves the tax benefits Georgia has given Hollywood. I mean, Alyssa Milano came down and rip, like a chihuahua running her damn mouth, okay? We're leaving. Netflix will never film here again. Well, hell, Netflix didn't pay a dime in taxes. I mean, they're staying, baby. They're staying right here in Georgia. They're going nowhere, Jack and Alyssa Milano. Both of you. So they love a good tax advantage. They absolutely do. Bernie loved that 26%. He paid his taxes. Joe is in Florida. By the way, I'm not getting off track, but Joe Scarborough's in Florida taking advantage of the Florida tax breaks. And I think he has to be there like 188 days a year or something like that. And he was in Washington this morning, or New York, wherever they film their little coffee shop talk. He was there. I want to know who's counting the days, so Joe may lose his tax advantage. Anyhow, they're going nuts because Donald Trump, Attorney General Barr, Rod Rosenstein, he's going to come out and talk to the American people. Now, we're going to come back because I want to talk about White House and Justice Department officials discussing Mueller report before the release. I want to talk about that, the press conference, which we're going to run here. And we're going to continue our series, Making of a Candidate. And did you hear there's an architect challenge? It's going to be a contest to see who can draw, not draw anymore, computer generate restoration of Notre Dame. We'll be back right after these messages.